On. Hello? Hello? The thingy was down, man. It's my fault still. Sorry, bro. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. I have my microphone down, so yeah, apologies about that. But you should be able to hear me now. Let me know if that's working. Let me know if that's working. But yeah, man, we're gonna get into the New York session today. Got a few things. GU's been pumping down, boy. So yeah, US 30. I haven't got a setup for that just yet. I'm actually looking to see if it can come lower and potentially buy. I'm looking for buyers on US 30, but I want it to come lower though. I'm not really in. I ain't really got nothing. What's good, man? What's everyone saying? Can you guys hear me okay? Is everyone hearing me? They don't know about them Vegas days. Who's that? What trade? What do you trade on? Vegas days. Hey, who's that though? Yeah, we can hear you. What do you trade on? Do you mean platform or brokerage? Insta. I'll give you my Insta, bro. But yeah, man. Anyone trading today? Right, so What do you trade on, like website? Okay, so I'm presuming you mean brokerage, bro. Like in order to place trades, is that what you're asking? I'm in shorts from US30 all-time highs. Yeah, that's good. That's a good trade then. So basically, why I never this is US30 for those that are asking, right? Why I wasn't really interested in US30 was that it was inside a consolidation here, and it's only broke out today. So now that it's broken out, it's great, but I want to look for some buyers based out of the daily area. I'll show you. So the daily area is a bit further down. So 45 100 level, in and around there, even up to like 44,900. So it's a big area, but that's where I want to see some potential buys. Yeah, what do I use? So Axie's a good one, bro. Is he gone? Can I reply to him? I'll check the Nasdaq in a sec. Yeah, give me a second. I will check it though. Oh, there we go. Reply, Axie. Yeah, hit me up, bro. Can't remember. It was a long time ago, but the fact that you mentioned Vegas, that's a spark to interest. Can't lie. Alright, the Nas. Let me check the Nas for you lot. What instruments do you lot trade? Like, let me know what you guys trade. I'll go through some pairs for you. What did I just say? The Nasdaq. So, oh, wait, hold on. Indices, right? So I used to trade the Nas, but I swapped it for US30. So, okay, so the Nas, yeah, big sells. Okay, so the Nas, to be fair, is looking like it's gonna reclaim below the 23,000. You know, Nasdaq looks like it's going towards 23,000. I was short London session, got 200 and out. Gold longs. I'd be careful with gold longs because the dollar's getting stronger at the moment. So I'd be careful. It might pull back. The dollar might pull back, but I feel like it's gonna get stronger for the week, and then maybe NFP does something. So that's kind of my thought process. Okay, so the Nas really, it's just been, yeah, it was in a consolidation on Monday, and then it's kind of just pulled down. You know, hasn't really done anything. So this is Monday's price action here. We had a slight pullback. And then nothing really happened yesterday, and then yeah, 8 a.m. today it just boomed down. So I think this would be the area that it looks to target. So 20, if you're short on the Nas, 23,000 level looks good for the Nas. What else? Do I think it will drop? Yeah, I think US30 will drop for a bit more. It will drop a bit longer for sure. I think it will drop a bit longer for sure. Right, cool. EU, what platform is this? This is TradingView. So TradingView is probably the best platform out there to actually analyze on charts, unless you've got like an institutional platform, but you can make a free account and all the assets are available for you to analyze. So definitely make a free TradingView. Doesn't cost you anything, so yeah. Right, so someone said EU. So EU, I ain't gonna lie, I think the pullback, we're gonna get a pullback, I reckon, but I'm looking to potentially sell this this afternoon. Alright, safe, Russ. Okay, cool. But yeah, I'm looking for EU. So basically, we dropped kind of heavy. So this is my analysis for EU, yeah? Basically, we took out this daily high here yesterday. And then today we've reacted downwards doing so, right? So now that is done that, we're now seeing structure change as well. So we got swing points that are shifting, which means that we're going to potentially come lower. So now what it comes down to is, do we potentially pull back into this area here? There's a few areas. I'll give you one area. So do we pull back into this area here and start selling again? It's possible. Or do we want to come further up on the 30-minute time frame to this area from this morning. That's kind of the two scenarios I've got in mind for the euro shorts today. But I do think I think the dollar's gonna get stronger. Maybe NFP on Friday makes it get weaker again, but I think the dollar needs to get stronger. Yeah, gold's up. Overall is up, but just be careful. If the dollar gets stronger, gold will come down. I don't personally trade gold. I'm not a fan. Yeah, you're sucking on it. Bro, you know another way to eat orange? Let me get my vitamin C in, man. Ciao. I'm going to be unable to trade AM session for the next 3 months. Is it worth trading? 100% it's worth trading the PM session. So the PM session is actually there's more volume in the PS session. So you got to think about it. New York, when New York opens at 1 p.m., I don't know what country do you reside in, bro. I'm not sure where you're from. But if you're in the UK, the New York session starts at 1 p.m. and the London session is still open. So that's going to be the most volume in the market. This is EURUSD, yes. That's going to be the most volume in the market. Cool. Caught a nice 1.85 on the DAX. Hey, go on, Philip. I know a few guys have been trading the German DAX and they've been saying good things about it, you know. But I am sticking with US30. Yeah, I'm looking for sells as well, bro. I'm looking for sells as well. So basically, going to the dollar, I want to see if the dollar either comes down a little bit further or if it's going to hold this area it's currently at. So it can either hold this area it's at right here. 1 second. Or we get a deeper retracement, which I'm not against either. You know, like a bigger play into this big, because London literally opened and it went rocket. So if we could get a pullback potentially, I'm not against that either. But this is my chart for the dollar. Basically, this is what I want to see for the dollar. So let me go on the daily chart. So this is a daily time frame. Okay. What I want to see for the dollar is us get above this area here and then start to basically sell off. So we're going to get above these highs here. That's what I want to see the dollar do. Potentially come into this area here. And then once that happens, I want to see if we can then continue the trend downwards. Because I am bearish on the dollar. But I do think we can get some temporary strength and then get the weakness coming on the dollar. Whether that happens this week, I don't know. The month has just started. It's the 2nd day of September. So how you got to think about it is maybe we're going to make the high of the week. Sorry, the high of the month on the dollar. That's kind of what I want to see. This is the dollar. The DXY, bro. The DXY. I don't know if the retracement will happen today. It can happen today. I'm not sure. I don't know, bro. If I knew that, then, you know, I don't know. There's no news scheduled today, so it depends. The DXY. So, DXY is the dollar index. DXY, bro. The DXY shows you the strength or weakness of the dollar. If the dollar is getting stronger, the DXY is going up, the dollar is getting stronger. That means that EURUSD is going to go down. All the major pairs are going to go down. Do I know why price action was so bad yesterday? Yeah, it was Labor Day. So Labor Day is basically a bank holiday in the US, RM. It's a bank holiday in the US, bro. So that's why the price action, I think the market actually closed a bit earlier yesterday. So that's probably why it was bad. What is your best trade of all time? $12,000 US oil. $12,000 on US oil. What you trade? Currencies. So this is what I trade. I trade GU, EU, US30, oil. That's it. That's what I trade. What do you guys trade? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. How do you normally cash out? What do you mean by that? Do you mean like withdrawals or just go through your broker, bro? short this morning right after London Open. Yeah, that's what happened. But I do think the dollar's going to continue. I want us to pull back. It might not happen today. Basically, if we could pull back, overall, this is what I want. But if we can pull back into this area here on the 4 hour, I'm not against that either. And then basically go higher. I'm not against that either. Okay, but yeah, what are you guys looking at today? I'm not really interested in US30 unless it comes lower. Oil, I've already cashed out on oil. For those that have been tuning into my lives, you've heard I've been speaking about oil quite regularly. It's reached my overall area, so now I don't have a setup for this. I don't have a setup right now. Right. Cool. So, oil, you know. Oil over gold, for sure. Oil over gold, for sure. The guy who sold London is lying. Why you say that? What you saying? You ain't believe in the hype? That's crazy. I got work 7 to 4. What time is best for me to trade? So 7 to 4, ideally, bro, those are the best time to kind of like look at the market, but you can do like a pre-analysis. Like if you got work at 7, maybe if you wake up at 6, have a quick look at the market and analyze if prices in the areas. Set some alerts, bro. What your best bet is to use alerts. Hopefully you can link your trading view to your phone, start getting alerts on what pairs you're trying to trade, and then go from there, bro. Like maybe start using limit orders, like buy limits and sell limits, so that you know you're not going to be glued to your phone. But that's kind of the best thing, because the time that you trade, you know, let's say you finish work at 4 p.m, you can still trade a little bit of the New York session, but you might miss the entries. Most of the entries show up either during London session or during the New York session. So it's pretty difficult in that timeline to potentially find good trades. So yeah, bro. It's manageable, but it's not ideal, I'll be honest. He just looked at the chart and was like, I sold London. That's funny. That's funny still. But yeah, alright, so I'm hoping we get a pullback really on EURUSD. Hopefully. The pound is super weak though, like crazy weak. I'm not gonna lie, it's so weak. Super weak, I'm not gonna lie. The dollar is just strong, look, it's holding this area, man. GU hurt. I know what you're saying. I caught a little bit of GU, but let me show you. Hold on. GU. So I sold it from here to here, and then I got in here and in here, and then I was like, no, I didn't like the entry. But if we could get back up here, I'll sell it again. But I'm not chasing the market right now. It's too low for me. It's too low. But I didn't catch it at the top. One candle. I wasn't expecting a candle like that. I'll be real with you. I wasn't expecting it, but I caught a little bit. I'll take the profit and see what happens, man. How did I learn all this? Brandon. So it took me a long time, bro. I'll be honest with you. I started off just learning like the basics and understanding like, you know, trading terminology, to understand what certain things mean and stuff like that. And then once I understood what certain things mean is when I started diving into actually learning the strategy. And then once I learned a strategy, you know, you start back testing it and you start making sure that you're happy and it works. And that took years, bro, honestly, because I didn't have any, I didn't have a mentor. So it took me longer than it should have took me. But starting, make a commitment and see to it, bro. It's gonna take you a little bit of time. Excuse me. Don't listen to anyone that thinks there's some type of shortcut to learning this, because there isn't. Gold's coming, it's pushing down pretty well. But again, that's because the dollar's getting stronger though. To be honest, it's the 1 hour Asia. Yeah, facts. 100% still. It was the 2 o'clock. 2 a.m. sorry. How did you learn then? I just told you. Oh, that's someone else. I caught it at 451. You see gold. So this is gold. I don't trade gold personally. I'm not really a fan, honestly. It's not my thing. News soon. What you think? What news is it though? Let's have a look. Manufacturing PMI. It could do something. I don't think it's the news event to kind of look for this week, to be honest. I feel like there's going to be later in the week, like Jobless Thursday and Friday is kind of where you want to be placing your attention. I'm not sure if today's event is going to do anything crazy, to be fair. But I'm bullish on the dollar. That's what I'll tell you. I think the dollar's going to continue going. Yeah, you can open a live account if you're 18. Yeah. How's it, bro? Do you trade NASDAQ? No, I don't trade the NASDAQ. I trade US30. Oh, like what did I use? So it was a platform. I'm trying to think what else is out there now. Like to learn the terminology, you got like babypips.com. They're not bad if you want to just learn certain things. That's not bad. It really just depends, to be honest, what you want to learn. In terms of like, if you're trying to learn terminology, go for Baby Pips. If you're trying to learn a strategy, I wouldn't necessarily learn a strategy on Baby Pips. Do you get what I'm saying? Trading Forex. 9 p.m. my time. What country are you in, Razvan? What time is that? Which time zone is that? Alright, so oil coming down. Romania, +3, okay. Right, so okay, we're in a key area for oil to potentially turn bearish. But we need to see a bit more. My live didn't appear. That's cap. I don't know what it's talking about. Do I think signals are a good thing to use? No, they are a terrible thing to use, Brandon. They're terrible, bro. There's no long-term success taking signals. No one, I don't know anyone who's long-term got success taking signals. So no. Right, I'm running out of oranges, man. These are mad sweet. What do I think about gold? I think the dollar's gonna get stronger, so the gold can come down. I think gold made a new all-time high, so I think it can come down as long as the dollar holds its bullishness. I'm using gold signals to build my balance. I don't know about that, bro. Honestly speaking, it all depends on the trader that you're taking signals from, and you know, the main thing is, if you want to learn about trading, you're not going to learn by taking signals what's going on. That's just the truth. Like, it's not going to make no sense to you. Do you understand? So that's what I would suggest, bro. Like, it's difficult to learn and, you know, take someone else's signals and all of that stuff. I don't know what about TGR. I don't know who TGR is. Who is that? Signals is like, bro, this is how you got to look at it, yeah? Show me someone who took signals for a year, have a conversation with them, ask them what their payouts were saying over a year period. Anyone can have a good week. Anyone can have a good 2 weeks. Like, there's no longevity in signals. I haven't seen it. Do you prefer funded accounts or your own funds? Definitely your own funds, bro. Funded accounts are cool, but obviously you gotta get to the point where you do the challenges and you still gotta follow rules. Like some funded accounts, you can't hold trades overnight. Like there's a lot of like stipulations, Whereas if you trade your own money, there's no rules. You do what you want, So I would always recommend if you have enough money in trading to put it into account, and it's not gonna harm you like long term. It's not gonna kill your pocket. Then I would always suggest you trade with your own money. Each to their own. Yeah, each to their own. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm just giving you my opinion. Like, I ain't seen no one take signals for a year and have a good year. I haven't seen it. People would tell you, yeah, I made this last month. The next month comes, they didn't make that. I'm reading a book at the minute and I'm a few hours into baby pips. So I use them as, sick, bro. Just take it slow. Look, there's no rush in learning. That's what I would say. There's really no rush in learning. I know guys that have been taking signals. You're just not locked into the right crowd. Okay, cool. Is what it is, bro. I don't need signals, but what are you gonna do if the guy you're getting signals from just stops? Now you're stuck. Yeah. So if you want to get into trading long term, signals is for someone that doesn't want to learn how to trade. That's just the truth. Like, you don't really want to learn how to trade, innit? Otherwise, why are you taking signals? It doesn't make sense. I've seen a lot of guys get finessed at the end of these challenges. Yeah, so there's certain prop firms as well. Like, you follow the rules and they deny payouts and all of this stuff, bro. So really, it just depends on making sure you do your due diligence as well. And stick to ones that have a track record of paying out customers. Could I give a rough estimate how much I profited over the years without being cheeky? 6 figures. I've made 6 figures. It took me 3 years to make real money, though. It took me 3 years, bro. Is this EU? No, this is oil. I'm just looking at oil for a sec. I just want to see what's going on here. Maybe we get a retest here, I'm just looking at oil. Right. Okay. EU's gone. Okay, it's gonna go. GU's near this area. So basically there's no trade right now. The market's just continuing from London. I'm looking at where the potential New York re-entry was, and the R&R's just, it wasn't really that good, to be honest. 40 pips would have had to have risked. To be fair, it's a 2-to-1, but I'm just gonna see, because we're close to these areas. I don't really want to now start selling it, for GU and stuff like that. I want to see what happens in these areas. So yeah, love Brandon. Is that EU? No, this is GBPUSD. So EURUSD is pretty much a similar picture, but again, if I'm gonna sell it, I need a pullback. I'm not gonna chase the market. So hopefully the dollar can give us like a pullback. If it doesn't, then you already know what I'm looking for. We're just looking for it to continue. So I'm hoping it does, you know. If it gets here in one day, then that's not ideal. I'll be real with you. Any idea why London acted so weird on Forex today? I don't know about Diddy though. I don't know why you're calling me Diddy, bro. That's crazy. They never acted crazy. The markets just opened. Yesterday was a bank holiday, so the market just reopened. You know, US had a bank holiday, so the market is just London open and back to normal. You know, I wouldn't say it acted crazy. It could do what it's done. Right, so there's also, if you guys want access, I've got a free community as well. If you want access to that, just send me a message on TikTok or whichever social. Just say you want access to the free community and I'll send you the link to it. I can't send it to you in the chat because it doesn't allow me to do that, but just message me privately. Send me a message, say, yeah, I'd like access to your community. And there's you know, like trading introduction on there if you want to learn just little things like that. And there's you know, if you're trying to learn the basics or you're intermediate, it'll definitely be some value there for you. Also, follow me on YouTube. I've got a YouTube channel as well where there's a lot of content that goes out per week, mainly regarding psychology. They're mainly psychology videos, what it kind of takes to kind of get the psychological element knuckled down. So I'll post that here as well. And give me a subscribe, man. Let me know what you think of the content. Let me know if there's any videos you want me to talk about. I'll be happy to do so. Yeah, there you go. Let me pin this. I'll send you a message. Need more people. Yeah, all good, Brandon, man. Yeah, London made GJGU mad bearish. Yeah, so the dollar got stronger. So the DXY, or I'm not sure if you guys actually look at the DXY, but basically that got stronger. So with that getting stronger, it's forced the markets down, and that can happen. That can happen. So that's what's happened right now. So now it's just it's a bit of a waiting game. See what we can get next, you know. Cool. Want to start trading? What's the best stock to invest in? So I don't really trade stocks like that, bro. I have a stock portfolio, but I don't trade it daily. Shane, the best stocks are the blue chip stocks. So like the major companies, bro. If you want to start a portfolio, I would start with the major companies. You know, trying to find like a diamond in the rough in the stocks, it might not yield you a good return. So I would just stick with the blue chip stocks, bro. The major companies, especially like the tech sector. You got like Nvidia, Palantir, Tesla. You know, I don't really trade stocks on a daily, to be honest with you. T-Star, yeah, message me privately, bro. Just message me and I can discuss more, like in more detail there. So what other pairs? What am I trading? I'm not in a trade at the moment. So basically, GU has hit this area. I'm looking to see what it wants to do after hitting this area. The dollar's just getting stronger, man. It's just pushing. So you gotta respect it. So that's what it's doing right now. Yeah, just message me, Shane. All good, man. This NASDAQ. No, I don't trade the NASDAQ. So this is US30. Again, so what I'm waiting on for US30 is the stock open, which is in 50 minutes from now. I want to see if we get down to this area and what happens once we get down to this area. That's what I'm looking for. Yo, bro, what does a mentor mean? So a mentor is just someone that like helps you through and guides you through not making silly mistakes from a trading perspective anyway. Someone that guides you from, you know, giving you good information and not making stupid mistakes that you can kind of get through if you have a mentor. When you don't have a mentor and you're self-teaching yourself, yeah, it's cool and yeah, it's free, but at the same time, there's no one to hold you accountable. There's no one to tell you you're doing stuff wrong. So I would always recommend getting a mentor, to be honest with you. It will save you a lot more time. A lot of people, they get into the trading and, you know, they don't have no real strategy and all of these things. So how you got to look at it is, what's the longevity like? If you're getting into it from a perspective of, yeah, I want to learn how to trade, but I'm going to teach myself, there's no problem with that. But how do you know you're doing things the correct way? That's what you got to kind of think of, you know. Anyway, at least to me, anyway, that's how I would look at it. So yeah, man, gotta wait and see. But that's what I would, suggest. It just shortens your learning curve. You ain't got to go through like, just dark days for no reason. Like, you're just on your own and just learning in a way where you can actually avoid it. That's what I would say. If someone wanted to learn to trade the strategies, where would you say to start? How to trade strategies? So again, it just depends where you're learning from, like who you're learning from, where you're getting the strategy from, and stuff like that. How you're back testing it. What your findings are when you are back testing it. What are you seeing in the chart? What are you not seeing? Is there any patterns that you can see with you doing that, with you actually following that strategy? Do you understand? And how do you get one? Bro, listen, there's many ways to find. If you want to look for a mentor, you got to find someone who you think is a good fit for yourself. Do you understand? Like, find someone who you think is going to teach you in a correct way, or you're going to learn from them in a way that makes sense to you. Like, find someone you trust as well. Trust is very important, but find someone who basically can show you a mechanical and a methodical way to actually look at the market, and you can repeat it over and over again, and become competent in doing so. That's how you find, who's showing improving, basically. That's what you want to look for. What should you trade? So Harvey, where are you based? Which country are you based, bro? What's up, bro? Any bearish news today resulting in a drop in London? So no, it wasn't bearish news. The dollar just got stronger. So it's nothing to do with news. Do you have a strategy? That's always the first question that I ask people, because they say, what should I trade? What should I learn to trade? Do you have a... Start with if you have a strategy or not. That should be your first question, truthfully. Because if you don't have a strategy, trust me, you don't want to learn how to trade. You don't want to start trading with no strategy, bro. It's suicide. You're just going to lose money. You're going to kill yourself. No, this ain't the NAS. This is the NAS. So I was saying with the NAS, I think it's going to go to 23,000. This will be the next area it will probably try and clear. We might get some retracement at the stock open, but I think that's the area that it's going for. That's the area I think it's going for. It could pull back, but I would still look to sell it, to be fair. So let's see. I think when the when the stock open comes, we'll get more clarity. This is the NAS though. This is what it's doing. I mean, it really just dropped as well. London, I don't look at it, but yeah, London, 20 minutes in, it just started tanking. So right. it's dropped a lot. The Nasdaq has dropped a lot. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. But how's everyone doing? Is anyone in any trades right now? Who's shorting the Nas? Is anyone selling this? Markets are just free flowing today, but need a retracement, need a pullback. Waiting on a pullback. Waiting on a pullback. Dollar is pumping. Oil is dumping. Wow, we need a pullback on this oil, man. Right, US 30. Okay, US 30 is in this area. Just got alerted. So yeah, waiting on the stock open, but we've got to see what happens in this area now. This is the area where we could potentially turn around from. Potentially. We've got to see though. So we've got to see what's happening here. Taking out this daily low, played into this area. Let's see what's happening. But yeah, man, it's literally opened up. There was literally no volume yesterday, and today it's just opened up crazy. Over 500 drop. Sorry, nearly 500 point drop. It's crazy. It's an insane drop. Has anyone shorted the indices or the Nasdaq today? Did anyone get any entries, or was everyone caught off guard by this morning? Yeah, did you short? I know it was a short. I'm saying, did you short it? Did anyone short it? I sold GBPUSD, but now I'm out of it though. I should have held really, but now I'm out of it. Yeah, everything is just waiting right now. It's got to kind of chill, man. One thing that you guys will find as well, and definitely check out my YouTube videos when it comes to psychology, is making sure you're able to sit still. Don't just think, the market's moving, I need to be a part of it. If you don't have a reason to actually get into the trade from an entry perspective, don't go chasing the market, because you're going to start losing. You're going to be like, why did I take that position? So none of that stuff works. Chasing the market never works. Hey, Doc, we're in a discount. Yeah, so this area is US 30. This area is US 30. We need to see something from here. So definitely looking for buyers from this area, but it's got to show us something first because the area is quite big as well. So it could come further into this area. So let's see. Let's see, man. Do I trade Forex? I trade GBPUSD and EURUSD. Like currencies, if you're asking me. So yeah, I do trade currencies, bro. Yeah, come on. What is that trend I'm going to analyze? So, Nicole, it's not a trend for, per se. It's basically like based off market structure. So this is US 30, which is like one of the indices that you can trade. So as you can see, we've been climbing quite high in terms of like going from this area up, had a retracement, another continuation, another retracement, failed to make a new high, and now we're retracing again. So this area here, we could potentially see it get stronger and continue up back up to the highs again. So we're looking for potential to get back bullish, but we need to see evidence of that. So POI is just a point of interest. This is just an area of interest, a point of interest based off the daily time frame. This is a daily point of interest. Bullish HDMI flag. Yeah, I don't know about any of those patterns. I'm not really a person that believes in patterns. To be honest, you don't need patterns. So EU, what's your bias, bro? EU's just dropping. EU, I want us to potentially pull back up. So this is Euro USD. So this is the euro coupled with the dollar, Nicole. Yeah. So basically, you've got the euro, which is either going to get stronger against the dollar or it's going to get weaker against the dollar. Right? It's getting weaker against the dollar because the dollar is getting stronger today. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if that does make sense. But yeah, Euro USD, there's no trade for me. I want to see us push back higher if we are to get a potential another sell. But if it just continues down and keeps continuing down, then there's no trade. I'm not going to chase it. So technical analysis on highly liquid markets. There must be an edge here. Yeah, there is, but there's no entry right now. Have to wait for the entry. There's no entry at the moment. The markets have just literally plummeted going into the London Open, and then today we haven't got, it didn't pull back to the area that I was looking for. So no trade currently. That happens, you know. That happens. What does HO mean? Hey bro, that was sarcasm. It's hard to identify sarcasm in a text, bro. I don't know you. You know what I mean? Okay, Euro USD again. So basically, Nicole, Euro USD has dropped heavily today, right? Mainly, the main reason it's dropped heavily today is because the dollar has got stronger. The dollar currency has got stronger. So the euro, which is coupled with the dollar, Euro USD, is falling because the dollar is stronger against the euro. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. But we're waiting, or I'm waiting to see if we can pull back up. If we don't pull back up, I don't have a trade. It's that simple. Is my bias bearish today? It's bearish if I get a retracement. Yeah, it's hard to not be bearish today if you're seeing all of this volume down. But unless it comes back to an area that I would like to sell from, then I'm not going to sell it. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So yes, it's selling. It is selling. What's the confusion? Why are you confused? Yeah, it's selling. What stock is it? So none of these are stocks. None of these are stocks. I don't trade stocks. I don't trade stocks. Currencies, commodities, that's what I look at. I don't trade stocks, no. If you guys want access to my free community and you want to learn like the basics and you want to learn and get into trading for real and you really want to do it for real, then message me privately, message me, and I'll send you the link to my community and then we can chop it up there. There's other people in the community that are helpful. You know, they have their own analysis. People that are, you know, competently trading by themselves, they put their charts in there too. So if you want to be a part of community and learn the skill set for yourself, then just message me privately. I'll send you the link. I can't send the link in the chat, so just message me. There's a lot of bullish liquidity resting, so I'm not too sure about my bias. So a lot of liquidity to the downside has been captured. So that's another reason why I'm not really trying to sell it either unless we pull back higher. You know, because if you're selling now, you know, there's a lot of people that, you know, are already enticed to sell and jumped on the selling train already. You kind of want to see them potentially get shaken up. So we've got to kind of wait and see, you know. Why do I say it's the best entry here? So I don't actually have an entry here, Nicole. I'm just looking to see if an entry forms here. I'm not in this trade yet. So what I'm saying is this is potential area where the entry can form. But there's nothing to suggest this is we should be buying this yet or anything like that. There's nothing to suggest that. I'm just looking in this area to see if something forms. What are you trading here, bro? This is US30. This is now oil. This is what oil is looking like. But I'm looking at US30 to see what's happening. Go long, trust me. Never trust anyone that says trust me. I'm not going long without no evidence, bro. I'm not just going to click buy here. That's not enough of a reason to actually start buying or selling. Don't trust anyone that says trust me. As if I'm going to listen to you. I said clued up. As if I'm just going to give in and, you know what I mean, wreck my whole strategy. Because someone said, yeah, trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. If I hadn't, bro, for every pound that I would have, someone would give me for the amount of people that said, yeah, trust me, like, yeah, right, bro. I'll be a rich man if I had all them pounds. Bro, look at oil. Yeah, oil's dropping. But just because it's dropping doesn't mean the entry's there. Like, it's just free flow. I need to see again. It depends what your strategy depends what your strategy is, but I need to see a bit more of a pullback. What do I think of gold? Let's have a look. I'll check it in a sec. So waiting on US30 to show me something here. US30 to show me something here. To be fair, like, this is just heading lower. I'll be real. This ain't really looking like it's pulling back. But a month just started, so. Look at gold. So for me, again, as long as the dollar gets stronger, I reckon gold will go down personally. So how you should look at gold right now is the fact that you've had the market enter a consolidation. It broke out the top of the consolidation, right? And then come back into this range. So there's reasons for it to come lower, right? In terms of taking out this area here. Yeah. So I do see it coming lower. It's just how long does it want to stay back in this range that it's now in? Do I trade Forex or crypto? I trade Forex, bro. I do invest in crypto though, but I don't trade it. Do you trade gold? No, I don't trade gold. I don't actually like gold. I don't like it at all. But for me, if I was to analyze it, we've reached the all-time high. So it crossed the all-time high this week. So, you know, I wouldn't necessarily, I'd look for it to pull down to potentially buy it again. I wouldn't really buy it from where it is. I'd rather it come down. My strategy is based off of price action, Nicole. Price action and other confirmation. It's hard to really explain what the confirmations are because I'm not sure if you'll understand what I'm talking about. Like, you know, I don't know what your trading education has been or what your level is. If you're a beginner, it's not going to make any sense, you know? But if you'd like to join my community and discuss these things, there's big discussions going on in there. Just message me and I'll send you the link to that. What currency do you trade mainly? So GBPUSD and EURUSD are the main two currencies I trade. Those are they're the only two currencies I trade. You got Discord or Telegram? So I do have a Telegram, but again, just message me. I can't send you the link. Bro. So just message me, yeah? Right, so UJ, you sold UJ today. That's interesting. I mean, UJ's gone up, bro. So how have you made $500 and it's gone up? Made $500 on selling USD GBP. You mean GBP USD and USD? How have you sold UJ and made money, bro? I don't understand that at all. This has literally gone up the whole day. How's that possible? I'm not sure about that. Made £600 on £70 Wi-Fi USDT position. Okay, cool. Yeah, crypto. Yeah, the volatility, you can make some serious gains on that. So yeah, man, that's sick, bro. Glad to hear that. UJ is actually in a nasty range when I look at it. This isn't even good. It's just choppy, man. Look at this. Very, very choppy. Look. Super choppy. It's broke out the top. Yeah, I think the dollar's going to get weaker, you know, at some point. A little short 30 minutes ago, you could check. On you, okay. Okay, yeah. No, it's like 20 pips though. But yeah, whatever's making you money, bro. Oh, it was 8 hours ago. So what time would that be if it's 2? You mean like 6 a.m.? 8 hours ago, so wait. If it's 2 o'clock now, midday is, yeah, so wait, 6 a.m. I don't know, bro. 6 a.m. is right. 6 a.m. is right here. So I don't know what type of sell that was, bro. I can't see it. I'll be real. Do you trade futures, mate? Yeah, I do trade futures. I like futures still. I think futures are good. So do you wait for price to break out, then place your trade, or is there any other strategies you follow? So yeah, no, that's my strategy isn't break and retest, bro. I don't trade break and retest. So that's one strategy. I know, I've heard people trade it, but that's not how I look at the market. No, that's not what I'm doing. US30 longs. Let's see. You gotta understand, guys. Yeah, never be in a rush to enter. Yeah, that's one of the best pieces of advice. Never be in a rush to enter. Let the market really show you what it's doing, then look for an entry. Like someone said, US oil is pushing down. Okay, but if you look at it, right, and really look at it, this is US oil right now. Where would you have entered as it's pushing down? This is the 10-minute, this is the 5-minute. Where is the entry for in terms of it just pushing down? You can't just enter because you're seeing the market come down. It's not enough of a reason. Do you understand? You need a bit more of a reason than that. Otherwise, you'll find yourself taking entries where it's like, I don't even know why I entered here. Don't rush the entry. Like, the market isn't going to just leave without you and not provide you opportunity. It will provide you opportunity, but you have to be willing and disciplined to wait for it to show you what you like to see to get in. Do you understand? What do you need to see to have confirmation that the market is going to go in this direction? That's what you need to see. Don't rush the market or react to the candle flying down. It's like it's problems if you do that. There's no longevity in that. All good, Bradley. I'll check it after, yeah? US30 long. So US30 could be a long, but it needs to show me a little bit more. We're in an area where it could get stronger from, but there's not enough to say buy this yet. We need to see way more than that, bro. Yeah? There's not enough to say this is a buy. Yeah? So don't, just because it's moving in this area, it's not enough. You got to wait. How you got to look at it, yeah? If you was to just look at the candles, right? You can see who's in control. Look at all of these down candles. Look at the green candle. Who's in control? It's a seller's market right now. So it doesn't mean just buy it. So is the free green candle good indication to buy it? No, it's not enough, bro. It's not enough. How you got to understand, right, is... No, I'm not into gold. How you got to understand it, yeah, is when the big players, the institutions, the big banks, right, who that's who you're competing against, basically. They're the ones that are moving the market. When they are entering their trades, they have to do it piece by piece because they're trading with too much money, right? They can't just press buy or press sell because they're trading with too much money. So where we can, we're retail traders, we can press market execute, right? And it instantly you can get a position. The banks, they can't do that because the position is too big. It's too big. Yeah? So you have to understand how they get their positions. Notice this market moved up. It went up 3 positions. That's not a signal to buy it because it then sold down further. They pushed the market to these areas in order to then sell again. That's how they move the market. Yeah? Those 3 green candles are breaker structure or inducement. It's not a breaker structure at all. There's no breaker structure here. If it broke structure, why has it come down further? It's not. There's no breaker structure here. OBS, bro. Big up. What would I wait for? I'm waiting for a break of structure. I'm waiting for the structure to show me signs that it wants to, buyers are taking control again. That's what I'm waiting for. There's nothing showing me that. all it's showing me is the market's coming down. There's nothing else to analyze. There's nothing else to examine, or you know, there's nothing else. What can you do? You can't make the setup appear. It has to be obvious. Then what do you usually wait for to buy? What are the signs you can show? I can't show you the signs because it's not happened yet. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't show you something that's not appearing right now. Do you understand? All you need to understand is this is in an area where it could become a buy, and you now have to observe. It's about observing, bro. I'm in uni right now. My professor's talking about day trading, how it's impossible. Alright, get away from that guy. Some limited beliefs, boy. Like in past trades, Arvin, if you want that type of info, message me. I'll send you the link to my community, bro. I'm not gonna go through all of this on the streams. That's not. I'm looking for trades right now, so no, I don't have the time to do that. Are you going long or short here? I'm not doing anything here. I'm just looking at it to see if I can see a potential setup. I'm not going long or short at all. I'm waiting to see what it's gonna do. EURUSD is pushing up. Hopefully we can get a retracement. So that means the dollar's getting weaker. Yeah. Okay, cool. Hopefully the dollar can push down. Though everyone around me is limited belief, but I just keep pushing. I know I can do it. Like, what's the difference? No, facts. Get away from people who have limited belief. That's what I would suggest, bro. They're not really gonna do you well. If we make higher time frame after market open, I'll be looking for longs. Yeah, so it's all dependent on what the market shows us. We're not looking for buyers or sells. We're going off of what the market is showing us. There's nothing is showing us right now. Nothing. What's QT, bro? I don't even know what QT is. Nicole, you're speaking Spanish. I don't know. I can't. I don't read. I don't speak Spanish, Nicole. I don't know what's going on. I've heard of silver bullet strategy. I heard of it. I've never back tested it though. Quarterly theory. No, I don't trade quarterly theory. I've heard of that too, but no, that's not my strategy. My strategy is mainly based off price action. So these are the 4 things that my strategy is based off. Number one, hopefully, number one is market structure. Confirmation. This is what I'm looking for. So the structure's bullish. It's taking out some liquidity. It's in an area of interest, but there's no confirmation yet. What is your insight for upcoming news? No insight whatsoever, bro. I don't know what the news is going to be, if it's going to be what the result. Don't speculate on what the result is going to be. You're never going to find that information out. So there's no insight there. You just got to wait for it to do what it does. So you can draw what you expect EURUSD to do to enter. I'm not looking to buy the market. I'm not looking to buy this market. I want to sell the market. So what I want it to do is come up into this area here. So there's 2 areas. One area here or another area here. Okay. And then potentially start selling. So here to here, boom, or here to here, here up here, sorry, and then boom. That's what I want it to do. I'm not buying it though. I'm trying to sell it. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what I'm looking for. I've been backtesting continuations recently and just simple 1-to-1, 1-to-5, and yeah, so sick, bro. Can I check ETH? Ethereum. So, bro, Ethereum can come down a lot. Honestly, Ethereum can come back down to $4,000, bro, easily, because it's high, it's super high. So $4,000 potentially. Got some lows under the 4,000 level. Yeah, so around $4,000, maybe even 3,800 is what I would look for. You're waiting for a sale at 116,845. Right. Yeah, so that's a lot higher. It's like 50 put. Yeah, so 50 pip retracement would be great on EURUSD. 845. Yeah. Somewhere there would be good to potentially sell it from. So yeah, I'm with you. Right from the mud. In GJ sells. Okay, I hate yen pairs. I'm not a fan of yen pairs. But yeah, this thing's been coming down as well. Okay, so it's taking out these highs. Or has it? Hold on. 226. Yeah, 227. So it's taking out the high. So, okay. I see GJ. It's been, yeah. It could keep going, GJ. It could keep coming down, you know. Could get a pullback, though. Could get a pullback. Wouldn't mind a pullback, you know. Maybe to like 199. 19930. Somewhere like that would be good. Yeah, I would wait I wouldn't add no more positions. I would wait for it to pull back, if it does pull back. What did you just use to check the highs in this trading view? Ah, you like that? You like that? Basically, I'll show you. When you click on when you click on a candle and hold it, so click, hold, and don't move, it will tell you the high, it will tell you the information of the candle. You just gotta click and hold the mouse, left click, hold, yeah? And then it pops up. I know you like them tricks though. What program would you say is best to start trading? So there's no best program. So ideally, right, there's no best way to trade. There's no best strategy. There's none of that, right? It's basically what can you backtest and what can you see on a consistent basis that adheres to a set of rules that you're looking for. There's no best any of that. It's just what can you consistently see. Do you understand? So if that's like what you can this is GBPUSD, by the way. There's no best way to trade the market. It's just what can you consistently do in terms of following your rules, to be okay with in terms of trading it. What time frame is the graph in? This is a 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. Yeah, but it's just about what can you consistently analyze from your strategy that shows up time and time again. That's all trading is. There's no best way to go about doing that. It's just what is it? It either is or it isn't, you know? That's what I would say. GBP JPY looks good as well. Yeah, I just think it needs to retrace though, but I'm with you on that. Okay, so alright, bet, got you. Yeah, been watching some videos in TRJ boot camps to learn a lot about strategy and seeing patterns. Do you enter trades in 4-hour reduced time frame? For example, 30 minutes. Yeah, so I never enter on the 4-hour, but the 4-hour is what I do. The 4-hour and the daily time frame is what I use to analyze for actual analysis. Like what my bias is, forming a bias and stuff is based off the bigger time frame. But I don't enter off of these time frames. I'll normally go to like 15-minute, 10-minute, 5-minute, like the lower time frames. So yeah, I just use the bigger time frames to understand where the chart is currently, if that makes sense. That's what I like to do. But yeah, hopefully you guys have got some good insights today. It's been nice talking to you all as well. Don't forget as well, if you are a beginner and you want to get into trading, check out my YouTube channel. There's a lot of content on there for free. I'm pretty sure you guys will you'd enjoy it. I'm pretty sure you'd enjoy it. Okay, so psychological gems. There's technical analysis on there as well. You know, just how to basically approach the markets in a methodical way. That's the best thing that I can kind of say to you. You have to be methodical about what it is you're trying to see or what you want to see, and then you're not just making decisions based off of, you know, emotions. It's just you need to try and have a plan for the trade. This is US30. What I meant with program, I meant like website, etc. to trade on. So there's trading view, etc. What's your YouTube channel? It's in the pinned, you know, bro. Where's the pinned comment? Can't even see the pinned. I'll find it. 1 second. It's in here. Let me just get it for you. Let me know if I just pinned it. Let me know if you guys can see that. It's pinned above, yeah? Do you have a spreadsheet or chart of your history that shows your trading results? Yeah, I do have a spreadsheet. It's not a spreadsheet, it's a website I use called Notion. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that Notion. It's basically like a table where you can basically put the contents of your past trades. Notion's really good. I would highly recommend. How long you been trading? 6 years, Nicole. So yeah, check out GBPUSD. So GU, again, it's in an area where we could get a pullback from. Definitely in an area we could get a pullback from. So we just need to form, if we're going to form some bullishness, we need to see, you know, structure change and stuff like that. We haven't seen that yet. So depending on what the dollar wants to do, we need to see that, in my opinion. So let's just wait and see what it does. And then go from there, you know. Can you show us the Notion? Not right now, no. Again, all of this stuff that you're asking for, Nicole, is in the community. I said it like 5 times now. It's all in the community. Bro, the market is dead. The market ain't dead. It's just moved off very early. So London session just, yeah, was the best entry. So now it's just about what can we get going into the stock open, you know? How much money is paid to the community? The community is free, Nicole. I've said this. It's like you're not listening to me. I've said it. It's free. If you want access, you have to message me. It's gold or what? No, this ain't gold. This is gold. Gold, listen, I don't know why everyone's fascinated with gold, you know. Gold's not doing nothing right now. This is literally gold. It's going sideways right now. There's nothing happening on gold. Believe me. Nothing at all. Not saying it can't happen or it can't change, but there's nothing going on with gold, bro. So I'm waiting on EURUSD. That's kind of the plan. I'm just gonna stick to the plan. Bitcoin, nothing on Bitcoin. Nvidia, Nvidia. I don't day trade Nvidia, but I do have some Nvidia stock. Someone said Bitcoin. So Bitcoin for me, I'll be real. I think Bitcoin's gonna come to like 105,000, 104,000. Because it's, this was an area where it's supposed to get bullish from. I'm not really seeing it. I feel like Bitcoin could come down to like, 104,000. XRP, yeah, XRP. I'll be real. I feel like this is coming down. I feel like it's coming down, man. If Bitcoin comes down, all the others is coming down. That's just, someone who trades gas. You mean, wait, oil or gas? I don't. Nvidia, Bitcoin. Roughly, how much do you think you have made since you started day trading? So the last 3 years, I made over. Should I give you the exact number though? 6 figures. I'm not even gonna say the exact number. But it took me 3 years to actually see some real money though. It took me 3 years to actually be profitable. Like first 3 years was dead. It wasn't it. I won't lie to you. It was a struggle, bro. Alright, so let me go back to these pairs. It's a waiting game, but let's see what we get, man. One hour structure. I'm not sure what time frame you're talking about, bro. Gold is buying, boys. Full margin. Yeah. Cool. Nah, Bitcoin could go up a bit more, but I think overall it's gonna come down a bit more. I think if the dollar, basically, I think the dollar might get stronger this week. That's what I think. I think the dollar might get stronger this week. So if the dollar pushes back up to like the 98.50 area, 98. What else is there? 98.75 area. Then it's like I think Bitcoin's gonna come down. That's kind of the outlook I have. But again, if you want access to any of this, guys, you want to join a free community, you want to trade ideas, or you want to just talk charts in there, just message me privately. I'll send you the link to my free community, and then we can chop it up there. I like talking charts with you guys, so let me know if you're interested in that. And also check out my YouTube channel as well. First 3 years, did you have a small budget then for the trades and upped it when you started making? So the first 3 years, yeah. So my mistake, honestly, was trading live too early. I shouldn't have traded. So like when I was learning how to trade, I was trading small accounts. But I shouldn't have done that. Really, when you're learning how to trade, you don't need to trade live. Like honestly, you shouldn't trade live because it's added pressure to perform and you don't actually fully know what you're doing yet. Like you're still learning, you're still trying to correct mistakes, you're still trying to find your consistency. So when you're learning, you shouldn't trade live. Honestly, you're trying to just backtest and get better at seeing the market for what it's doing without the added pressure of trying to make money in that environment. Because if you're not fully confident in your strategy, it doesn't make sense to go live because you don't fully believe in it. Like you're still looking to see what it's going to do. So that's kind of like the thought process behind it. You don't really want to just like rush into those decisions because it's just added pressure. Thoughts on pies? What's pies, bro? I don't know what that means. That's where I'm at. Been a couple months. It's a long road. What's pies? I have no idea what that means, bro. On what platform are you trading? So, you mean brokerage or do you mean brokerage? What's the question there? Okay, so stock market's open. I think he's talking about pips, but again, that doesn't make sense though. Thoughts on pips for long term doesn't make sense. I don't know what he's talking about, but right. So the stock opens open now. Which broker do I use? But yeah. Do you trade gold live, bro? No, I don't trade gold at all. Right. So look, US30 is coming down now. So this is why there's no buy. There was no buy or nothing like that. You know, I heard someone saying, "Oh, we should just be buying it now." Trust. Who said trust me? Is that guy still here? He's like, just press buy. Trust me. It's like, bro, it's insane. My man was giving me the worst. He was giving me the worst news, bro. I said, trust me, you know. Crazy. I said press buy on US30. Look at US30 now. He said press buy. It's insane, bro. I'm not trading any coin. I'm waiting for retracements. People waiting on that, yeah. But alright, guys. I'm actually going to wrap up now. And get into the charts myself so I can actually focus. So thank you guys for joining today. I appreciate you. I will be back on Friday. I stream on Tuesdays and Fridays. So yeah, let me know. Again, if you want access, just message me on my profile. How much prof did you make since you ignored? Nah, I ain't ignored, bro. It's just I've answered these questions twice. Over 6 figures, bro. I'm not going to disclose exactly how much, but yeah. It's been a little while. But look, I'm going to get into the charts, guys. Appreciate you for jumping on the live. Hopefully, I'll see you guys on Friday. If you want access to, again, my community, just message me privately. I'll send it to you, okay? Peace, peace, peace. I'll see you on the next one. All right.